Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we will be discussing a frequently asked question, and that is, what is SAP? We will also tackle what an ERP software is because it's in essence related to what SAP is. Towards the mid portion of this video, we will be talking about the advantages, and lastly, we will be covering some SAP modules for an additional insight. Now, I will be using my blog post as the main visual for this video. I will link the post down below so you can always refer to it if you want more information, or if you have some questions, you can always leave a comment down below. So this is a blog post. I'm just going to zoom in. We're going to talk about SAP, the definition, overview, and some modules of SAP ERP. So what is SAP? Technically, it stands for Systems, Applications, and Products, SAP, in data processing. It was founded by 5 guys in Germany around 1972. So enough of the historical information. Let's move on. SAP is a software, and in my own words, it helps businesses thrive, innovate, and run efficient work processes daily. Today, it is managed by a company. It's called SAP SE, formerly, and this is based in Europe. It's a multinational software corporation. So they're known to provide multiple end-to-end application or service suites, and lately they have been expanding their scope to cover new generation technologies. Now, to better visualize or understand how big SAP is, it was stated that 77% of the world's transaction revenue touches an SAP system. And to add more statistics, you have a couple of numbers here. For those of you who are wondering, I have listed down my references towards the end of the blog post. You can always click on that for further information. Okay, so we know that SAP is a software, and it helps businesses thrive, and it provides multiple end-to-end application or service suites. Now we're going to move on to ERP. Basically, it stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. I'm not going to give you a really formal, wordy definition for this one. Instead, let's try to visualize or imagine a scenario to, better understand what ERP is. Let's think about the core processes that are needed to run a company. These processes can be finance, this can be procurement, HR, supply chain, manufacturing, even sales. There are more processes there that are existing in a company. Let's think about the fact that these processes in a certain company all use different kinds of software. So let's say finance uses system A. It's highlighted in green. For manufacturing, it uses system E. For HR, it uses system B. So on and so forth. This time, let's consider how each of these processes can relate to one another. So for example, in terms of procurement of a material, we need to be able to record the financial transaction in our finance system. At the same time, if we sell the finished product to a customer, we need to take note of the corresponding financial transaction. So again, we touched based on the procurement, we did some manufacturing, we sold a product, and we need to be able to record these transactions in finance. Now, because of this, it's quite tedious or difficult because we're trying to gather data from different systems. So I said here in the post that entails a lot of data gathering in different formats, in different systems, just to be able to see, analyze, or even check on the financial position of a company. If you want to know how a company is doing overall, we need to look at different systems in order to get a final say as to how the company is doing. Given that example of those core processes and how they impact or relate to one another, this is the time that we try to insert ERP into the picture. So the concept is quite simple. The fact that ERP is able to integrate these core processes into a single system. So I have here a little diagram or drawing for you where we took the different systems and we put it into one system, which is called as our ERP software. We have system A, B, C, D, E, all under this main system. What does this mean? So SAP is considered as an ERP system, right? So in terms of SAP, we have finance, procurement, HR, supply chain, manufacturing, and so many more processes under one system. Given the current advancements in technology, it's no longer that basic because we can see from the technology trends, we have such a thing as machine learning, we have artificial intelligence, we can even take note of Internet of Things and integrate it, and that in itself says that we have a next generation ERP system. We even have cloud platforms, robotic process automation, predictive analysis, and so much more that helps businesses. Here is our final diagram, and it simply says that, hey, our finance system has SAP FICO. For procurement, we have SAP SRM. For HR, we have SAP HCM. For supply chain, we have SAP SCM. And for manufacturing, we have SAP PP. This is not a fixed thing. You can play around with it, but in essence, technically, SAP contains a lot of different processes and it makes the business's work or life easier because, hey, it's all under one system. In terms of data, it's easy to retrieve, to play around, even analyze. And it is able to integrate these processes with one another. So let's say for finance, it's able to understand that, hey, if I procure something, the amount there or the transaction there, I can able to record it over here. And it's easy to do, it's fine, all under one roof. Now let's talk about the advantages of SAP ERP. So number one is, of course, accelerated reporting and better insights. So with everything streamlined into one system, we get data faster, and we understand where the business stands performance-wise, even financial-wise, etc. Then we have improved agility. So one good example is the virus, or let's try to make it more positive and say that there are several events that suddenly occur today, may it be economic related or opportunities for you to grow or leverage a certain product. ERP systems can help the business react to these events quickly. The keyword here is to react by means of the ERP system because everything again is under one roof. Then we have road to an intelligent enterprise. So looking forward, the goal is to craft and enable businesses to become intelligent enterprises where processes are automated. Innovation is no longer a word that's hidden. It's something that is really considered as a key factor. Then we have such a thing as real-time data insight or experiences are even improved. So ERP is able to enable this transition through the many features and next generation technologies that it can offer or even enable. I did talk about the different types of ERP here. It's not too technical for you guys, which is the main point. So we have 3: cloud ERP, on-premise ERP, and hybrid ERP. That being said, on-premise is just using your own data center. What does this mean? When you say on-premise, you can quickly associate it to actual servers on your company's premises or offices. So the big or gigantic servers that are physically present in your offices. For cloud, it is using a cloud platform or cloud technologies. If you're familiar with platform as a service or anything cloud related, then this is where this factor comes in. There is also such a thing as hybrid, so some can use cloud, some can use on-premise. It depends on how you want your system architecture to be. And lastly, we're going to talk about the SAP modules. So in essence, there are two kinds or two categories. We have functional and technical modules. I have here a summarized table below. I'll just zoom out. We have here the category, the module, the expanded version, and some additional notes. So we have SAP FICO, SAP HR, HCM, MM, SD, FSCM, so on and so forth. So you can always refer to this table. And for the technical side, we have SAP Basis, Security, ABAP, HANA, NetWeaver, so on and so forth. So this is like a cheat sheet table for you guys to refer to. And towards the end, as some of you may know, we have SAP S for HANA. It's already in trend and a lot of companies have been implementing to convert to S4 HANA. So in terms of the latest technology, you can always refer to the modules below. These are just some. Now, out of all of these modules, the main changes or most of the changes lie on the FICO module, and currently it is known as SAP Finance. So a lot has been done to streamline financial processes, and there have been significant system architectural changes and other optimizations for this module. So if you're interested to know more about the key features of S4HANA in terms of finance, you can always click on this link for some of you that are confused, SAP CO is still present in S4HANA, but there are of course big changes that have been made to prevent data redundancy, and because of this, some CO tables and transaction codes have been removed from S4HANA. So a lot of these considerations are included in the linked blog post. And of course, we have my references over here. So that's it. Let's do a quick summary. Basically, when we say ERP or SAP, it's a software that is able to streamline a lot of core business processes into one software, making it easier or more efficient. I hope this helps you, and if you have some questions or comments, please feel free to comment down below or send me an email. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.